Sapa is the biggest city of the mountains along the Chinese border. Vietnam lies on the east side of the Indochina Peninsula. Its shape is like a lengthened S, but local people see it as a reclining dragon. The country is bordered by China, Laos, and Cambodia from the land, and Siam Bay, the South China Sea, and Tonkin Bay from the sea. The land of various surfaces can be divided into 5 regions. The delta of the Red River, originating in China, which is a 3,000 square kilometer triangularly shaped plain. The North Highlands, with various sized mountains and highlands, and the highest peak of Vietnam, Phan Xipang. Near the rivers and on the plains, rice is grown, but other agricultural work is also done here. The most underpopulated area is the Central Mountain Range, covered by jungle. The density of population in the 2 big cities is quite high, with the industry of the country concentrated here. Many people come here to climb the highest peak of the country. 2 Hungarian climbers have shared their experiences with readers on the internet. Phan Xipang, with its 3,143 meters, is the highest peak of Vietnam. It can be climbed from Sapa, which is a small town in the mountain near the border of Laos. It's inhabited mainly by tribes, dominated by Hmongs and Jaos. Everything got off to a good start. We arrived from Hanoi on the night train. From here we went on by bus to Sapa. The sky was clear, the countryside was beautiful, and we didn't have to bargain with the bus driver as the price of the ticket was acceptable. In the afternoon, we started to organize the trip. According to our information, we could hire a guide for $6 to $7 a day. We thought we would ask neither for a porter nor accommodation. We would take tinned food and sleep in a tent. But at the travel agency, there's a routine. That is, for $75, they take you by jeep to the gate of the mountain, the pass, from where you can walk up to the shelter. They bring your luggage, give you hot food and drink. Then the next day, you can climb the peak, then return to the shelter and back home. Instead of this, we went to the nearest village to find somebody who was willing to guide us to the peak. We were able to make an arrangement with somebody. In the morning, we had to arrange some documents, admission tickets to the national park, and insurance. About 9:30, we left for the pass. It was spitting with rain, but it wasn't very cold, and there was very little fog. We covered the first 10-odd kilometers on the concrete road to the pass where the gate of the mountain stood. Meanwhile, we took pleasure in the view, although it was raining more and more heavily. Near the pass, we admired the silver waterfall. The gate of the mountain is made of wood, and there was a building where one of the workers of the national park checked our documents. Wishing us a good trip, he cleared the way for us. By this time, it was pouring down, and fog descended, or we went into the cloud. Anyway, we couldn't see much. Whether we visit the landing Dragon's Bay, or climb Phan Xipang, or admire the paddies and the silver waterfall, we'd like the weather to be clear and pleasant, especially if we want to take photographs and video. So it's very important to choose the best time to travel to Vietnam. In Europe, those who can afford it go on holiday at least twice a year, and if they don't like winter sports, they escape from the rough European winter. In Indochina, the weather's the best at the time when it's the worst on the continent. There's tropical monsoon climate here, meaning that only 2 seasons alternate with each other. In the summer months, it's unpleasantly hot and there's a lot of rain. It rains almost every day. It's hot in winter too, but the weather's more pleasant and drier. At the embassy, they say, as a matter of fact, there's no good or bad period to visit Vietnam. When one region is soaked by rain and it's cold or unbearably hot, in the other regions of the country, the sun shines nicely. In the southern part of the country, 2 seasons can be distinguished. The rainy season lasts from May to November. The dry season lasts from December to April. In the middle regions of the country, the weather is dry from May to October and rainy from December to April. The weather in the mountains is somewhat cooler. At night, the temperature may fall below 0. In the north, cool and wet winters alternate with hot summers. The tribes direct the water of the mountain springs in bamboo pipes down to their huts standing on poles, which are equipped with all modern conveniences. The water of the river is ice cold but clean and is suitable for drinking, cooking, and washing. The fish in the fast-flowing rivers are the prey of the male members of the tribes. The mountains provide the local people not only with fruit and mushrooms, but also firewood.